Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, we have breaking news in the Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z case. Jay-Z has cut ties with Diddy. Tony Busby is still silent. Alex Sparrow has bought even more inconsistencies, which we'll talk about. And most important, the Carters are trying to protect their empire. There is something going on over in LVHM. The head of Moët and Hennessy, they are questioning their 50-50 partnership. This goes to the core of the Carters and their empire. So much things have moved so quickly. First, let's talk about the way Jay-Z is cutting ties with Diddy. You guys, this is crazy. Jay-Z has officially cut ties with Diddy. This isn't a maybe. This isn't alleged. They have finally come out. Jay-Z lawyer Alex Sparrow says that Diddy and Jay's relationship was purely professional and they had no closer association. They said Jay-Z's lawyer Alex Sparrow is setting records straight on his client's relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. And I gotta say, is this about effing time? What took so long? But you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's get into it. Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They know each other professionally for a number of years, okay? He said this to reporters during a roundtable with the press on Monday, December 16th at Rock Nation's, right? At Rock Nation's New York City offices. They said, just like in all professions, people know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. Now, I assume what Alex Sparrow is trying to say here is, Jay-Z, if there is no closer association, okay, between Jay-Z and Diddy, then basically they were doing it for the ground. They were doing it for clout. Basically, the way they try to drag influencers and other people, oh, you link up and you want to take a picture because it's like, yeah, they're saying that's what it was, which is fine. That's what professions is. That's what business is. Diddy was in the media. And when you deal with your reputation, it is all show. Diddy at one time was a good look. Diddy is no longer a good look. At one time, it was advantageous that they looked like they were like, two billionaires. And now it's just professional. They did, I believe, throw the Grammy. They were throwing the Grammy party together and perhaps the Rock Nation brunch they were throwing together. But you saw as soon as Diddy got in trouble, it seems like Jay-Z cut that off. So if that's the case and they were no closer, does that mean that he was never involved in? I assume he's trying to imply that Jay-Z was never involved in any of Diddy's freak-offs, let alone freak-offs where there were people that was non-consensual. Let alone freak-offs where there was non-consensus. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. You guys know when Diddy was arrested in September for sex trafficking, racketeering, other alleged crimes, he denied all allegations and pleaded not guilty to parties. Not guilty, right? Since Diddy's arrest in New York City, many alleged victims have filed lawsuits against him. As he awaits criminal trial in May 2025, Diddy has maintained his innocence and denied all civil allegations. Alex Sparrow went on to say, Jay-Z doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against Diddy. He has nothing to do with that case, and there's nothing more to say. Now, let me say this. I think this is a brilliant move on Alex Sparrow's part. Why are you fighting Diddy's war? Diddy has too much trouble coming his way. And now he's saying that Jay-Z and Beyoncé barely knew Diddy outside a professional setting. Every time we saw them hanging out in pictures, it only went that far to pictures. And Alex Sparrow is saying anything else that got to do with Diddy, don't bring that over here. Just keep our name out of it and it won't be a problem. Now, here's the thing, right? Why is this happening? Well, it could be because Moët and Chandon, the people that have just invested, of course, in Sir Carter and Ace of Spades, Jay-Z's champagne line, Audemars de Picard, or whatever you call it. I'm not French. Y'all know how to pronounce that. They are seriously questioning the partnership because of the stench that Diddy is bringing around. Because of the stench that Diddy is being around. Let's also not forget, okay? There's so much going on in the within the French government politically, so much going on with the economy. With LVHM, there's so much going on with profits. They are trying to cut dead weight. It seems like the new CEO just doesn't like being, he literally said, we don't want to be associated with those type of people. He was never on board with giving Jay-Z and Beyonce a 50-50 partnership for the alcohol brands. And it seems like now he is exploiting their connection, their ties, their friendship with Diddy in order to cut that deal and cut them loose. The Carters cannot let that happen. Why? Because they have that is where most of the Carters' wealth comes from. Well, I don't want to say most. I actually don't know their bottom line, but I would imagine it's where a huge percentage of their income comes from and huge future profits. On top of that, if Moët and Chandon, which is the liquor and spirit arm of LVHM, which is the biggest, most powerful fashion lifestyle brand house. They have Sephora, they have Louis Vuitton, they have I think um 80% of the world's luxury goods underneath one branch. If they cut ties with them, well, who else is going to be their liquor distributor? Who else is going to work with them? We saw what happened with Kanye West and Yeezy. Kanye West could have dominated the game, but alas, his mouth wouldn't let him, right? And now look at him. He's literally selling like 1999 tank tops online. Now, don't get me wrong. There's no shade in starting from the bottom, but you need, especially in the liquor game, you need a heavyweight distributor to get into that. Again, Alex Barrow says Jay-Z doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against Diddy. He has nothing to do with that case, and there's nothing more to say. Jay-Z has asked the court to dismiss Jane Doe's civil lawsuit for lack of subject matter jurisdiction due to the plaintiff's lack of standing. That's basically a paperwork issue. Tony Busby didn't enter in pro hoc vici. That's where you have to ask if you're not licensed to practice law. You have to make an appearance in the court and ask permission to make an appearance on behalf of your client. It's paperwork. It can be resolved easily. Okay. Listen, when it comes to those accusations, he also said it's obvious to everyone that Mr. Carter did not do this. Jay-Z did not rape a child. But what I want to do today is sort of walk you through some of this so that you can see the truth and you can see what happened to yourself. Okay? He reacted to Busby's claims to NBC News that he will continue to vet the alleged victims. He said, you can see here now that this is starting to unravel and the truth is coming out, adding that the lawsuit attacks a man with the integrity of Sean Carter. You guys, listen, Busby is still silent on this. He has not responded. As much as I did a live where I showed that what she's saying could be true if you apply it to the year 2000, and the legal system does give some type of clearance if you forget names or years. But the fact that Busby has remained silent on this, there's only two things can happen. Either Busby is launching a legal counterattack, the likes of that we've never seen, or Busby is literally eating crow, trying to swallow his ego and trying to get out of this and find a way that he won't be sanctioned. One way or the other, I have a feeling we're going to be hearing from Tony Busby. And if not, well, the silence will be even more damning. But regardless, let me pick this up in a different video because there's so much more to talk about. Regardless, Jay-Z has cut ties with Diddy officially in a stunning public statement. He has said that him and Diddy are no more. And baby, I guess that goes double for Beyonce because you know she ain't letting anybody mess with Blue Ivy's fortune. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.